Hola amigos de Para Ti, soy Jonathan Momuri y les doy la bienvenida a este video lleno de información realmente exclusiva. Así que vayan por una deliciosa botana y una refrescante bebida porque este video comienza ahora.
Visita ya Starlight Store, nuestra tienda oficial en línea. Encuentra el link para visitarla en la descripción de este video. Starlight Store, los mejores regalos al mejor precio.
Ya antes de dar inicio con este video, quiero agradecerte a ti y a toda la gente que se ha sumado a la gran familia de Para Ti TV. Muchísimas gracias. Gracias por suscribirse a este canal, por activar la campana de notificaciones y estar siempre súper pendientes de todas y cada uno de nuestros estrenos. Así como agradecer a toda la gente que ha compartido nuestros videos en sus diversas redes sociales, con sus amigos, que nos da sus likes. Y obviamente que ha hecho el gran esfuerzo de realizar un donativo a través de nuestra cuenta de PayPal alrededor de todo el mundo, así como aquí en México por nuestra cuenta de Bancomer. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes y ahora sí los invito a disfrutar de toda esta información que les hemos preparado en exclusiva en Para Ti TV.
Visita ya Starlight Store, nuestra tienda oficial en línea. Encuentra el link para visitarla en la descripción de este video. Starlight Store, los mejores regalos al mejor precio.
Bachelor. Oh, I watched it last night when I landed. Oh, yes. I mean, he seems very nice. It's a little boring this season. I'm sorry. And I'm sure if there was windmills, it'd be much more exciting. Could you imagine if they had all the fantasy suites and windmills, how pissed those girls would be? Just pictures of Hannah on the windmill as it goes around. My first job was a commercial for Burger King.
I know a perfect way to show McDonald's how I feel. I go to Burger King.
Right now, it's my kids. They make me happier than I've ever known it was possible to be. I love to see the world through their eyes and the questions that they ask, and it reminds me just to appreciate every day in a different way. We had a friend who owned a Jeep, like a Chrysler dealership, and so I had to get one of those, and I wanted to get a Jeep, but no one thought it was a good idea because I just gotten my license, and then, you know, you're carrying everyone around, so I had a green Chrysler LeBaron convertible, and the whole first season of Buffy, that's what I drove, and everyone started to get new cars that first season, but I was always taught you never get a car till the second season of a show because it could go away. And so when we got the back order on the second season that day, I went and I got rid of that green Chrysler LeBaron. Empathetic, kind, I don't know how someone who knows me, somebody yells at me out. Jamie, what am I?
Funny.
Funny? You can't say you're funny, because if you say you're funny, you're not funny, so I have to say I'm not funny. I was actually once taught a long time ago to never say you're funny, because that's the funny answer. And I met with a new agent, and they said, are you funny? And I said, no. And the whole pilot season, I didn't get sent on one comedy. And finally, my manager called and said, well, you know, she's really funny. Why didn't you send her on any of these, like, auditions? And he's like, well, she said she wasn't funny. And she was like, but that's the funny answer. So there you go. I'm not funny. John Kennedy Jr. was definitely my celebrity crush. Still is. Wait, am I supposed to say Freddie Prinze Jr.? I would never jump out of an airplane. I've done bungee jumping. Heights don't bother me, but I just, airplane jumping, shoot, not gonna happen. I love any roller coaster, upside down, sideways, fine. No parachute up on it. It's not even that. It's when you're in the bathroom and people shove toilet paper underneath the stall and like ask you to sign stuff, and you're like, at that point, that's when you're like, thank God I'm not a guy, because that would be even worse at a urinal. But I always think that one's really odd. Like, what are you going to do with that piece of toilet paper anyway? Assuming that I was going to sign it, which I'm not going to sign it in the bathroom, but what do you do with it? And it's happened more than once. That's not like a one-off story. I run my dishwasher every night. I used to love the quote, "You taught me, baby, how the few who win acquire what their hearts desire. It ain't practice, it ain't skill. They'll help, but not as much as wanting will." Because I think when you give up the real passion, the desire to want something, all the talent in the world is not going to push you that extra mile. I mean, in terms of being ritual, one thing is I cannot go to sleep with makeup on my face. I don't know how. I have to scrub. Like, my kids know I come home, I give them big hugs, I say hello, and then I have to, like, scratch off my face. Do I have a secret talent? See, I don't. I mean, I juggle, I would say, but most people know I can juggle. So I learned how to juggle on sets because I was bored. Well, during lighting setups.
Visita ya Starlight Store, nuestra tienda oficial en línea. Encuentra el link para visitarla en la descripción de este video. En Starlight Store, los mejores regalos al mejor precio.
Pues ahí lo tienen, la información de primera mano. Yo quedo al tanto de todos sus comentarios aquí abajo, así como a través de nuestras diversas redes sociales. Ya lo saben, estamos en Facebook, en Instagram, en TikTok, en Twitter, en todas partes para hacer una conexión directa y sin escala con todos ustedes. De igual forma los invito a visitar revistaparati.net, nuestro hogar en la red, un lugar en donde siempre van a encontrar lo último sobre el mundo del entretenimiento y en donde de paso podrán hojear nuestra edición digital más reciente de la revista para ti. Así que ahí está la atenta invitación para que nos acompañen en nuestro hogar en la red, en nuestra central en revistaparati.net. Y ahora sí, esto ha sido todo por el día de hoy. Soy Jonathan Gomuri y los espero en un próximo video aquí en Para Ti TV.